I'm not talking about money for Greenland yet. I might talk about that. But right now, we are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not, because if we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor. Okay?
Welcome to the video, everyone. This is Justin Paul. Just doing a reaction here to Trump's comments there on Greenland, as he was signing the executive order there as far as oil in Venezuela. But he's basically saying, if we don't do something with Greenland, then Russia or China's going to do something with Greenland. So I've been trying to deep dive and trying to figure out, okay, why Greenland? Why is Greenland so important? One of the things I did find out is that Greenland produces a precious metal that is used in the manufacturing of our fighter jets. China also produces this precious metal, but it's something that, of course, helps them to be more stealthy, maybe more undetectable, more durable, and I feel like it's going to be a place where strategically, we don't want Russia or China to have major influence over. So that's just one of the things that I've discovered. And, apparently, on top of the whole other list of priorities that President Trump has going into his, coming into his second year in office, this right here is right at the very top.
I would like to make a deal of, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way. And by the way, I'm a fan of Denmark too, I have to tell you, and they've been very nice to me. I'm a big fan, but the fact that they had a boat land there 500 years ago doesn't mean that they own the land. I'm sure we had lots of boats go there also. But we need that, because if you take a look outside of Greenland right now, there are Russian destroyers, there are Chinese destroyers and bigger, there are Russian submarines all over the place. We're not going to have Russia or China occupy Greenland, and that's what they're going to do if we don't. So we're going to be doing something with Greenland, either the nice way or the more difficult way.
Let me ask you about his comments on Greenland, because it appears as though his focus on Greenland is gaining steam. And I think it's fair to say that the entire world has started to take his threats to annex Greenland more seriously in the wake of what happened in Venezuela. What's the latest there, Monica, that your sources are telling you in terms of the internal conversations about this?
And he put it really plainly. He said something's going to happen with Greenland, whether they like it or not, essentially saying and responding to what his own top administration officials have been saying, which is there's the idea of pursuing a potential purchase of Greenland, something that the officials from Greenland have said very plainly. Greenland is not for sale, but we also know that there have been some ongoing conversations now between the Trump administration and some officials from Denmark. Of course, Greenland is a Danish territory, and from Greenland itself. Now, the president was asked specifically, there is a U.S. military base on Greenland, so why not expand that? If there's a concern about the military presence there, isn't that an option? Why does the U.S. effectively need to own it? And the president, in his words, said you have to, because otherwise, he argued, somebody else will. He was talking specifically about China and about Russia and about the potential risk that he views there. So now he is saying that there could be this potential option to seize it. Again, we have seen an outcry from bipartisan lawmakers about that. And then just lastly, Kristen, he was asked whether he believes that there could be a plan to pay the people of Greenland some kind of lump sum in order to potentially engage in a deal there like that. And he said, again, that was sort of something they were looking at, something that has been under consideration. But again, no decisions here, just we know that they're reviewing their options. But the president was kind of mocked for introducing this in his first term, for talking about this. It was kind of sidelined and tabled. And now you have leaders around the world, especially in Europe, saying this is something that does need to be taken seriously, because it does appear the president is serious. Again, unclear clear through which mechanism, but he continues to lean into the idea that he does want the U.S. to be in control of Greenland.
And there we have it. I don't know why people make a mockery of President Trump. He obviously shows that if he says he's gonna do something, he actually does it. And you know, as he was saying, it could be peaceful or it could, go another way. And apparently we do have a U.S. military base there. As we have military bases pretty much in a lot of different places, but we'll just have to see. Um, I, I always say that, man. We'll have to see what becomes of this and where this goes. But one thing I do know is he clearly stated he does not want China. He does not want Russia to be able to occupy Greenland. That's what he clearly says. And let's just take a look here. So you got people searching who owns Greenland. But yeah, yep. Greenland, of course, just northeast of where Canada is located, and yeah. What I do notice as far as like Venezuela and um where Greenland is located, they're all like definitely in proximity of the United States of America. And so I feel like Trump is just trying to make sure that our adversaries don't have strategic positions in order to maybe want to do stuff like strikes or something like that. So you know have to try to make sense of it the best way that we can. And really just have to wait and see. So I'm gonna just go ahead and close out. If you guys like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my video. This is Justin Paul. Peace.